So this is a week to think outside the box. This is a week where the energy is saying, if you think outside the box, if you look at something differently, if you take that opportunity to see things in a different light, you may wind up finding it at an advantage. Hello, Gemini. This is Don from Sonora and Mystic Tarot. This is your weekly reading, financial and investment reading for the week of April 14th through 20th. Take what resonates with you. Leave the rest behind. Hope your week's going well. Again, do me a favor, hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. I would truly appreciate it to help me grow my channel, get the word out there. Let's see what is in store for you this week. First and foremost, my loaded, the Nine of Swords. The second card out is the Ten of Swords. I'm loving the fact that we have the Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords together. These two cards, if you're going to have the one, and good thing's not an 8, but the good thing is if it's a 9, is the 10 is following because the significance I'll make clear in a minute, okay? But I'm telling you, it's good to see that. Oh, and then there's that 2, the 2 of Pentacles. My goodness. Yes, indeed. Talk about starting with something that concerned me a little bit, and then having a card that says, oh, don't get so worried. And then the 2, oh my goodness. So this kind of turns it all around for you. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Swords. Now, the one thing I would suggest before we do anything further is put a little note into your mind to say when this reading is done, go and type in under Google, angel number 22. Look up the angel number 2 and 22. You're going to find them important for your week. It's going to be important energy for you, okay? So let's start here. The first important thing is that when you're making choices this week, this is a week about choices. This is a week about decisions, about opportunities, about maybe even problems and solutions. But more importantly, this is going to be a week that's going to have a lot of questions, a lot of answers, a lot of some conflict as well, but a lot of opportunity for either staying stagnant or progressing. You could also slip backwards, which is kind of the concern here initially. But this card's like, nah, we're going to do it differently. We're thinking differently. So this is a week to think outside the box. This is a week where the energy is saying, if you think outside the box, if you look at something differently, if you take that opportunity to see things in a different light, you may wind up finding it at an advantage. Now, you come into the week in a really frustrated situation. Again, so the economics is not doing well. Your stock portfolio is probably not doing well. Things are not going the way you intended, and you're thinking, what can I do to shake things up? What economically am I facing that I need to fix? Now, this is interesting because this could be a situation where this is not only in reference to the stock market, which it could be, again, because, again, maybe you are, frustrated in the fact that, you bought some stock and you're holding on to it and you're watching the prices go down and back up and down and down and down and then up a little and down further. And you're like, can I recover? But can I get back to where I was? The good part is on this week, for this week specifically, the market will give you opportunities to see this differently. And that's what this is saying here. So when the opportunity arises, if you can learn something, pick it up. Now, this could be maybe, again, if you're a buy and hold strategy kind of person, then this could be looking at day trading. This could be looking at swing trading. This could be looking at buying options. It could be looking at buying from some futures, maybe even getting into commodities or get into the Forex, which is the monetary, the money exchange. So again, you can maybe buy currencies, trading one currency against another, because those flows are equally as important. Now, they're going to take education and learning, but you're going to have to put time in to do, but it could give you open avenues. The other thing this could tell you is that maybe there's a situation where you get to notice that your interest rate on your property is going up. You maybe had an adjustable rate mortgage, and guess what? Time has come. Well, that's a worry. It's a concern. But shop around and see if you can get a better deal elsewhere, or be stuck with the deal they're giving you. This is a really good opportunity. Again, this is a time to pay attention. So this could be, again, news that you're getting an interest rate adjustment for your property or your investment, or you could be looking at a bank saying, okay, if you're a business, it's time to renew your notes and we're not going to cover you or whatever. Again, this could be a time for you to shop around. You're going to get through this by the midweek, but by midweek, end of week, you'll have resolved whatever this conflict is, if that's in reference to that. Now, again, if you're reference to investing, then maybe this is saying, hey, instead of the risk, let's go into safety and let's maybe put our money into some stocks and bonds, bonds, and some, especially munis. Municipal bonds are tax-free. That can be a wonderful option for you. And again, it's stability. You're not going to make a ton of money, but you're going to get a significant guaranteed percentage of return every month and every year, depending on which kind of municipal bonds you're buying. So the key here again is know that there are options, there are changes, there are ways of making something different happening here, and that's what your week is. It's about learning and growing, and you're going to do that. Now you're going to make the choices in the end, and it's interesting here because what this card indicates generally is that you can't really make a bad decision. You can make some not as good decisions, but I really do get the fact that because again, you're looking and thinking outside the box, it exposes you to so much more information that either helps you to stay with what you're doing or it helps you to make the change. But again, it goes back to you having control, and I do not see a wrong choice. Okay, now let's get some clarifiers here. On that 9, we have the Justice card, and I love that. The Justice card is like, you know what? Again, stay true, stay hard, stay determined to what you're going to do. Make sure you're following the proper procedures. Make sure you're checking the boxes. Make sure you're getting the information. You're doing due diligence before you invest, that kind of stuff. But when you do, you're going to be fine. Again, once you do the due diligence, you're going to realize you've got this. Underneath that, interesting. Under Justice and Judgment, wow. Underneath that card, we have the a 10 of Swords, of course, and so that 10 of Swords is that completion, again, saying you're getting through this. And the Judgment card said, hey, if you do the work, if you do the preamble, you're going to be fine. So the Justice card saying, you know what, you're good. You've done the right things, and continue to do the right things. And then it says, when you do the right things, we will give you back good as well. So the universe is aligned for you. And look at this, there's a rise above. There's a 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is rising above. So whatever you decide, again, you won't make a bad choice, and you're going to rise above everything, and you're going to find that this is the time that's going to help you to relax more, again, bring that closure, and you're going to rise above and see the benefit from it. Let's take a look here. You put the work in already, which is nice too. There's already a lot of groundwork you put in, and some of this is actually foundational. So you've already done some of the understanding of the market. You understand mortgages, if this is a mortgage situation, or if it's a business investment situation. Again, you've already done some of the foundational work, but use that information, and make sure you use that information in making your choices and decisions. We talked about that. And then there's that 8 of Swords. Remember, I told about 8 of Swords you didn't want to see? That's you. You feel right now like you can't make a decision. You feel like you are trapped and like you shouldn't, or you couldn't, or you wouldn't be able to decide because of whatever. And this is saying don't do that. You've already done the work. So let's get the movement forward, okay? And then ultimately we have that 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is like, you know what? Again, that foundation is laid. It's time for us to harvest the benefits. So take that as it is. This is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news in the end. The week is going to be trying in the beginning. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to have to learn some new concepts, learn some new ideas, and then maybe even shift money around or something like that. This also could be, again, refinancing and looking at new lenders and saying, you know what, the lenders I'm working with are not serving my interests right now, if that's what the case is. There could be other ways of seeing this as well. If you're looking at an education, if you're looking at going back to school, or if you're looking at finding education for school, look for different lenders for that as well. Again, this will all open itself up. I can see moms and dads trying to pay for mortgages here for schoolwork here. And again, apply for the government funding, even though we know there's problems with the funding right now. Apply for them. Apply for those notes for your child. Your child will rise above. Again, pessimism in the beginning of the week is natural, but don't let it eat you up. Instead, focus and move forward. Do the work, okay? So apply for grants, apply for scholarships. If you're a business, if you're a venture, if you're a nonprofit, make sure you're still putting all the work in, because, again, things do shift and change within the government continuously, and you don't want to be caught short. So this can be a week, again, of getting over the frustration and focusing on what you need to do to move forward. All right. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Please message me. Let me know how this works with you. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. I would truly, truly appreciate it. And don't forget to check out my book. It just made the 1-year anniversary, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. It's available on Amazon and also at my site, www.sonoranmystictarot.com. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Love, light, and blessings from me and my family here at Sonoran Mystic Tarot. To you and yours. Bye-bye.